If you are listening to this, you are likely part of the 3 a.m. club. You know the feeling. The room is dark, the house is silent, but your mind is running a marathon. You've checked the clock 3 times, you've done the math on how many hours of sleep you have left, and your heart is beating just a little too fast. You aren't here because you don't want to sleep. You're here because your brain has forgotten how to switch off. Anxiety and sleep are often locked in a cruel feedback loop. Anxiety makes it hard to sleep, and the lack of sleep makes you more anxious the next day. But I want to start by telling you something important. You are not bad at sleeping. You are a person with a sensitive nervous system that is trying to protect you. Your brain believes that staying alert is a survival strategy. We are going to teach it that it is safe to power down. The HPA axis, your internal guard dog. To fix the problem, we have to look at the wiring. When you have anxiety, your body lives in a state of high alert. Physiologically, this is driven by the HPA axis, the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. Think of the HPA axis as your body's internal alarm system. When you are stressed during the day, your body produces cortisol and adrenaline to help you face a threat. In our modern world, the threat isn't a predator. It's an unfinished report, a weird text message, a phone call, a misunderstanding with your spouse, or a general sense of dread. The problem is, once the sun sets, your body doesn't always get the memo that the threat has passed. If your cortisol levels stay elevated at night, your brain stays in scan mode. It is literally searching for danger in the dark. This is why you might feel physically exhausted, but your mind is buzzing with energy. That is the chemical cocktail of stress fighting against the melatonin that your body wants to release. The sleep effort trap. There is a psychological trap that keeps anxious sleepers awake, and it is perhaps the most important concept we will discuss today. Sleep effort. We often treat sleep like a project. We try hard to sleep. We look at the clock and think, I must fall asleep now, or I'll be ruined tomorrow. We try to force ourselves to relax. But sleep is a passive process. You cannot try to sleep. Imagine telling a nervous person, you need to relax right now. Does that ever work? No. It usually makes them more tense. When you try to force sleep, you are actually activating your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for problem solving. But sleep requires the deactivation of that part of the brain. The more you try to solve the problem of not sleeping, the more awake you become. In this session, we are moving away from trying to sleep. We are moving toward creating the conditions for sleep to arrive on its own. It is a subtle shift, but it changes everything. Progress. Check. This concludes part 1. We have set the stage, validated your experience, and debunked the idea that sleep is something you can force. Part 2. Setting the stage for the Sandman. The bed as a sanctuary, not a battlefield. The most common mistake people with sleep anxiety make is staying in bed while they are panicked. When you lie in bed for 3 hours worrying about your mortgage or a conversation you had in 2014, your brain begins to form an association. It starts to view the mattress not as a place of rest, but as a place of rumination. This is called stimulus control. To break this, you must follow the 15-minute rule. If you have been lying in bed for what feels like 15 or 20 minutes and your mind is racing, get out of bed. I know it feels counterintuitive. You think, if I get up, I'll definitely stay awake. But by staying in bed while anxious, you are training your brain to be anxious in bed. Go to another room. Keep the lights low. Do something low dopamine. Fold some laundry. Read a boring book. Or listen to soft instrumental music. Do not check your phone. Return to bed only when your eyelids feel heavy. You want your brain to learn one simple truth. Bed is for sleep and intimacy. Period. The sensory architecture of sleep. Anxious brains are hypersensitive to sensory input, while a normal sleeper might ignore a blinking LED light or a distant car alarm. An anxious brain latches onto them like a signal of danger. We need to create a sensory blackout. Temperature. Your core body temperature needs to drop to initiate sleep. Anxious people often run hot because of cortisol. Keep your room cool, ideally around 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Celsius. A warm bath 90 minutes before bed can actually help. When you step out of the tub, your body temperature plummets, signaling to your brain that it's time for melatonin. Sound. Silence can be loud for an anxious person because it leaves too much room for internal thoughts. Use brown noise, which is deeper and lower frequency than white noise. It mimics the sound of a distant rumbling or a deep fan, which provides a blanket for your ears. Light. The blue light from your phone doesn't just keep your brain awake. The content on the phone keeps your mind awake. Use a digital sunset. 1 hour before bed, the screens go away. If you must use a light, use warm, amber tones. Red or amber light has the least impact on your circadian rhythm. The brain dump ritual. One of the primary reasons we stay awake with anxiety is the mental to-do list. We are afraid that if we stop thinking about a problem, we will forget it or lose control of it. Before you even enter the bedroom, perform a brain dump. Take a physical piece of paper and a pen. Write down every single thing that is bothering you, every task you need to do tomorrow, and every what if that is circling your mind. By putting it on paper, you're giving your brain permission to stop rehearsing the information. You are essentially saying, it's safe to sleep now. The information is stored externally. I can pick this back up at 8 a.m. This externalization is a powerful tool for lowering the cognitive load on your working memory. Progress. Check. We have covered the biology and the environment. Stay tuned for more. Part 3. The internal quiet, cognitive diffusion, and somatic release. Cognitive diffusion, changing your relationship with thoughts. Now we move from the room into the mind itself. When you are lying in the dark, thoughts don't just feel like thoughts. They feel like threats. This is because of cognitive fusion. You have become fused with your anxiety. To sleep, we must practice cognitive diffusion. This is the process of stepping back and watching your thoughts pass by without grabbing onto them. Imagine your thoughts are like subtitles on a movie screen. You aren't the words, you are the screen. Or imagine your thoughts are like leaves floating down a stream. A thought appears, I'm going to be so tired tomorrow. In your mind, place that thought on a leaf. Watch it drift into your field of vision, and then watch it drift away. Do not try to sink the leaf. Do not try to stop the stream. Just watch. If a thought is particularly sticky, like a worry about a bill or a health concern, label it. Simply say to yourself, there is a worry thought. By labeling it, you move the activity from the emotional amygdala to the logical parts of your brain, which naturally lowers the heat of the anxiety. The 4-7-8 breath, the biological kill switch. If your mind is a racing car, your breath is the brake pedal. You cannot think your way out of a panic attack, but you can breathe your way out of one. we are going to practice the 4-7-8 technique. This specific ratio is designed to force your nervous system to switch from the sympathetic, fight or flight state to the parasympathetic, rest and digest state. Inhale through your nose quietly for a count of 4. Hold that breath for a count of 7. This is the most important part. The hold signals safety to the brain. Exhale forcefully through your mouth, making a whoosh sound for a count of 8. Repeat this cycle. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you exhale, feel your shoulders drop away from your ears. Feel the weight of your head sinking an inch deeper into the pillow. Your heart rate is beginning to slow. Your blood pressure is dropping. You are telling your body, the tiger is gone. We are safe. Progressive muscle relaxation, PMR. Anxiety often hides in the body. You might think you're relaxed, but your jaw is clenched, your glutes are tight, or your toes are curled. We are going to perform a system scan. Start at your feet. Curl your toes as hard as you can. Hold that tension for 5 seconds. Now, release. Feel the blood rush back into the space. Now, tense your calves. Hold and release. Your thighs. Hold and release. Your stomach, your hands, your chest. Finally, scrunch up your face. Squint your eyes and clench your jaw. Hold it. Now, let it all go. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Let your eyes feel heavy in their sockets. This physical release sends a feedback loop to the brain. The muscles are relaxed, therefore I must be safe. If I am safe, I can sleep. The military method for rapid sleep. If your mind is still attempting to solve the problem of being awake, we will give it one final repetitive task. This is the military method, famously used to help pilots fall asleep in under 2 minutes, even in high-stress environments. Imagine you are lying in a velvet-lined canoe. You are on a very still, very dark lake. Above you, there is nothing but a vast black sky filled with stars. There is no wind. The water is like glass. As you float there, visualize every muscle in your face collapsing. Your forehead becomes smooth. Your eyelids feel like they weigh 10 pounds each. Now, drop your shoulders as low as they can go. Imagine your arms are made of lead, sinking into the bottom of the boat. Now, clear your mind for 10 seconds. If a thought comes in, repeat these 3 words over and over. Don't think, don't think, don't think, don't think, don't think, don't think. You are letting go of the shore. You are drifting away from the world of doing and entering the world of being. Note that after 6 weeks of practice, this method helps most people fall asleep quickly, so endeavor to practice it daily. Releasing the tomorrow anxiety. One of the loudest voices in the night is the voice of tomorrow. It tells you that if you don't sleep now, tomorrow will be a catastrophe. It tells you that you won't be able to function, that you'll fail, that you'll be miserable. I want you to tell that voice, I hear you, but you are not the truth. Human beings are incredibly resilient. You have functioned on little sleep before, and you will do it again if you have to. Your body knows how to survive. By letting go of the demand for sleep, you remove the pressure that is keeping you awake. Tomorrow will take care of itself. For now, your only job is to exist in this bed. Even if you don't fall into a deep sleep, rest is still valuable. Lying here with your eyes closed, breathing deeply, is giving your heart and your muscles the recovery they need. You are already winning just by being still. The final descent Closing meditation. We are coming to the end of our time together, but your journey into rest is just beginning. Imagine a staircase in your mind. It has 10 steps and it leads down into a warm, soft, glowing light. We are going to walk down these steps together. With every step, you become twice as relaxed as you were before. 10. Stepping down. Your body feels heavy and warm. 9. Deeper now. The sounds of the world are fading away. 8. Every breath is slower than the last. 7. Your mind is like a quiet room. 6. Halfway down. There is nothing you need to do. 5. There is nowhere you need to be. 4. Sinking into the soft light. 3. Almost there. You are safe. You are held. 2. Total peace. 1. Sleep. The audio will now fade into silence. Let the silence be your blanket. You are allowed to let go. You are allowed to rest. Good night. A gift for when you wake up. The AWARE Deep Dive. I would like to gift you with this exercise, which you can refer to whenever you need it. If you are listening to this because you are feeling very anxious, stop. Don't try to fight the feeling. If you fight the panic, you give it more energy. Instead, we are going to do something called floating. Imagine you are in a body of water. If you thrash and struggle, you sink. If you go limp and let the water hold you, you float. Right now, let your anxiety be the water. Don't fight the physical sensations. As you are listening, take a deep breath and exhale slowly. Let's use the AWARE method to expand this moment and slow it down. A. Accept the anxiety. Acceptance does not mean you like the feeling. It means you acknowledge the biological fact of it. You aren't broken. Your nervous system is simply over-communicating. Say to yourself, I am feeling anxious, and that is okay. It is just a feeling, and feelings are like clouds. They have no choice but to move across the sky. W. Watch the anxiety. Step outside yourself. Look at it like a scientist observing a specimen. Is your chest tight? Is your breathing shallow? Notice the tingling in your hands or the heat in your face. Just observe it without judging it. By watching the feeling, you stop being the feeling. You become the observer, and the observer is always safe. A. Act with the anxiety. You don't have to wait for the fear to be gone before you can move. Continue to breathe. Do not rush your movements. If you are walking, walk slowly. If you are lying down, feel the weight of your body. Prove to your brain that you can function even while the alarm is sounding. R. Repeat the steps. Keep observing until the chemical surge of adrenaline naturally fades. It usually takes about 3 to 10 minutes for the body to reabsorb adrenaline, which depends on your unique body composition and metabolism. You cannot rush biology. You just have to wait it out. Let the waves of energy wash over you and then recede. E. Expect the best. Know that this will pass just as it has every single time before. You have a 100% success rate of surviving your hardest moments. Confidence comes from knowing that even if the feeling returns, you now have the tools to meet it. Expanded affirmation. Loop. I am going to say a series of truths. I want you to listen to them and absorb them into your subconscious. We will do this slowly, allowing the weight of each sentence to settle. My thoughts are not facts. They are merely suggestions from a tired mind. I have handled every worst-case scenario that has ever actually happened. I am safe in this moment, not 5 minutes from now, not tomorrow, but right now. I do not need to solve my whole life tonight. I am releasing the need to be perfect. I am embracing the need to be at peace. My worth is not defined by my productivity or my ability to stay calm. I am not responsible for things that are outside of my immediate control. I give myself permission to rest, even when there is work left to be done. Every deep breath I take is a message of safety to my nervous system. I am moving away from what if and toward what is. I trust my future self to handle future problems with the same strength I have today. It is okay to feel unsettled. I do not need to be fixed to be valuable. I am choosing to be my own strongest ally instead of my loudest critic. Anxiety is a passenger in my car, but I am the one with my hands on the wheel. I am more than a collection of worries. I am a person of depth, history, and resilience. This feeling is a tunnel, not a cave. There is an exit, and I am moving toward it. I will repeat these once more, so they sink deeper into your mind. My thoughts are not facts. They are merely suggestions from a tired mind. I have handled every worst-case scenario that has ever actually happened. I am safe in this moment, not 5 minutes from now, not tomorrow, but right now. I do not need to solve my whole life tonight. I am releasing the need to be perfect. I am embracing the need to be at peace. My worth is not defined by my productivity or my ability to stay calm. I am not responsible for things that are outside of my immediate control. I give myself permission to rest even when there is work left to be done. Every deep breath I take is a message of safety to my nervous system. I am moving away from what if and toward what is. I trust my future self to handle future problems with the same strength I have today. It is okay to feel unsettled. I do not need to be fixed to be valuable. I am choosing to be my own strongest ally instead of my loudest critic. Anxiety is a passenger in my car, but I am the one with my hands on the wheel. I am more than a collection of worries. I am a person of depth, history, and resilience. This feeling is a tunnel, not a cave. There is an exit, and I am moving toward it. The foundation of physical release. Before we journey to our internal sanctuary, we must first address the physical vessel that carries our stress. Anxiety is not just a thought. It is a physical event that lives in your muscles, your joints, and your breath. We are going to perform a somatic release, a deep, systematic body scan designed to uncover hidden tension and breathe it away. Start by bringing your awareness to your feet. Most of us go through our entire day without truly feeling our feet. Notice the weight of your heels against the surface beneath you. Imagine a warm, golden liquid light beginning to pool at the very tips of your toes. This light is heavy, warm, and carries the singular purpose of relaxation. Feel this warmth spread through the arches of your feet, smoothing out the tiny muscles that work so hard to keep you balanced all day. Let your ankles go limp. Imagine the joints widening, creating space, letting go of the grip you've been holding. Now, let that warm, heavy light move into your calves. Your lower legs often carry the readiness of anxiety, the urge to run, to move, to flee. Tell your calves they are off duty. Feel the muscles lengthen and spread. As the light moves into your knees and up into your thighs, feel the largest muscles in your body finally surrendering their weight to the bed or the chair. You are not holding yourself up anymore. The earth is holding you. Focus now on your hips and your pelvic bowl. This is where we store our deepest fight or flight energy. It is the center of our gravity. Visualize the tension here like a tight knot of rope. With every exhale, imagine that knot loosening strand by strand until your hips feel open and heavy. Bring your attention to your lower back and your stomach. This is the home of the gut feeling and the nervous knot. We often hold our breath here without knowing it. As you listen to my voice, let your belly become soft. Do not pull it in. Let it expand fully as you breathe. Imagine your breath is like a tide coming into a harbor. On the inhale, the tide rises, filling your abdomen and lower back with oxygen and space. On the exhale, the tide recedes, carrying away the grit and the tension of the day. Feel your spine sinking deeper into the surface beneath you, each vertebra finding its natural alignment as the supporting muscles finally stop pulling. Now shift your focus to your heart and your hands. Move the scan into your chest. Notice the rise and fall of your rib cage. Beneath your ribs, your heart is beating. Even in your most anxious moments, your heart has never stopped working for you. Acknowledge its rhythm. Feel the warmth move into your shoulders, the place where we carry the weight of the world. Imagine your shoulders dropping away from your ears, melting down toward the floor. Let that relaxation flow down your arms, through your elbows, and into your wrists. Your hands do so much doing, typing, reaching, grasping. Let them transition into being. Let your fingers curl naturally. Feel the palms of your hands grow warm and heavy. It's time now for your neck and face. Finally, bring this golden light into your neck and your jaw. This is the most common site of hidden tension. Part your teeth slightly. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Then feel the skin on your forehead grow smooth, as if a cool hand is being passed over your brow. Your eyes are heavy in their sockets. Your scalp is relaxed. From the top of your head to the tips of your toes, you are now one continuous field of relaxation. You are no longer a collection of tense parts. You are a unified, peaceful whole. Your body is ready for the sanctuary. Your body is ready for rest. The internal sanctuary. We are going to go on a mental journey to a place where anxiety cannot follow. This is your internal sanctuary. Imagine you are walking down a path in a lush green forest. The air is cool and smells like pine, damp earth, and blooming wildflowers. You can hear the rhythmic sound of a distant waterfall, a steady hum that anchors you to the earth. With every step you take, the noise of the world, the emails, the deadlines, the expectations gets quieter and quieter. You see a small, sturdy wooden cabin ahead. This is your place. The walls are thick, the windows are bright, and the door is heavy and secure. No one can enter without your invitation. There are no phones here. There are no clocks. There are no expectations. Go inside. Feel the texture of the wooden floor beneath your feet. Sit in the large, soft chair by the window. Watch the trees outside sway in the wind, dancing to a rhythm that is millions of years old. Now, imagine there is a fireplace in the center of the room. The flames are low and golden. In your hand, you have a stack of small papers. These represent your what-ifs. Take the papers regarding your worries, troubles, and problems. See the words clearly, then place them in the fire. Watch the edges curl. Watch the ink disappear into the heat. They are no longer yours to carry tonight. Take the papers regarding your health and your body. Feel the weight of the worry leave your hand as you release them to the flames. Watch them turn to ash and float up the chimney into the vast midnight sky. Take the papers regarding your relationships and what others think of you. Let the fire consume the need for approval. Watch the smoke drift away into the forest, becoming part of the atmosphere, leaving you clean and light. Take the final papers, the ones regarding the unknown future. Recognize that the future does not exist yet. Feed them to the fire. As the papers vanish, notice how much easier it is to breathe. The cabin is warm, the forest is quiet. You are exactly where you need to be. The path of presence. Now that your body is a field of stillness, we take our final walk together through the environment surrounding your sanctuary. This is the landscape of your peace. As you step out from the cabin's porch, feel the transition in the air. It is no longer the still, recycled air of a room. It is alive. Notice the ground beneath your feet. It is not a hard, unforgiving surface. It is a carpet of moss and fallen leaves, yielding slightly with every step you take. Feel the coolness of the earth rising up through the soles of your feet, grounding you, pulling any remaining static electricity from your mind and draining it into the soil. The symphony of the woods. Listen to the layers of sound. First, the high, clear whistle of a bird hidden in the canopy above. Then, the lower, rhythmic rustle of the wind passing through the ancient oaks. It sounds like the earth itself is taking a deep, satisfied breath. Far off to your right, the waterfall continues its steady, percussive song. It is a constant, a reminder that nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Imagine the mist from that water touching your skin, a fine, cool veil that cleanses the heat of the day's worries from your brow. The light and the shadow. Look at the light. It is late afternoon, the golden hour. The sun is low, casting long, elegant shadows across the ferns. The light is filtered through millions of leaves, creating a mosaic of emerald and gold on the forest floor. Watch the dust motes dancing in a single beam of light, tiny, weightless, and perfectly at peace. As you walk, you reach a clearing. In the center of this clearing is an ancient silver-barked tree. Its roots are massive, gnarly, and deep. This tree has stood through hundreds of winters and thousands of storms. It does not worry about the wind, it simply deepens its roots. Approach the tree, place your hand on its bark, feel the texture, the rough ridges, and the smooth, cool valleys. In this moment, your heartbeat and the slow, silent pulse of the tree become one. You are part of this ecosystem. You are not a visitor. You belong here. The sun begins to dip below the horizon now, painting the sky in bruises of purple, orange, and deep velvet blue. The forest is preparing for its own sleep. The flowers are closing their petals. The animals are retreating to their burrows. There is a profound safety in this darkness. It is not a void. It is a womb. It is a place of regeneration. As the first star appears, a tiny, brilliant diamond in the east, realize that you are just as much a part of the universe as that star. Stay here for as long as you need. The path back to the cabin is always open. The fire is always warm. The bed is always waiting. You have everything you need to navigate the night. You have everything you need to welcome the dawn. Subscribe for more calm, practical tools for mental strength, emotional healing, and daily peace.